As it always goes, school finally ended for me after 6 hours of nothing but pure boredom, and finally I was free to go to where my mother lived, and I was gonna think about some very important deep problem that I really wanted to get solved. I mean, I had a whole hour just to wait for her, so I had a lot of time to get my 7,000 steps per day done, and also think about this very deep problem of mine. The problem of mine was that I haven't been quite consistent when it comes to leveling up my creativity, and it has been lacking quite a bit until that point. This happened around 4 months ago. I was feeling kind of burnt out. I mean, this was after I finished Timeless Reader's Mindsets, something truly life changing that I put in so many hours of my life and effort. And yet, I was feeling so burnt out of making self improvement content that, oh boy, I just had no idea whatsoever. I couldn't, no matter how much discipline I put in, no matter how much willpower I put into it, it just wouldn't function. That idea part of my brain just wouldn't start. It just wouldn't create anything new. No matter how much power I put into it, no matter how much emotional charge I invested into it, it just wouldn't turn on whatsoever. I was completely and utterly burnt out. And yet, I still wanted to upload each and every single day. I still wanted to create high quality posts in the communities that I'm active on from time to time. And oh boy, was I really gonna get consistent at it? I mean, I really needed to. And I finally had some time to finally get this problem over with. I finally had some time in my day to finally overcome it. And overcome it, I did. Because I finally arrived at the Warden Gate and I went to the guest room where I would think about this and brainstorm this for an entire hour. And not just 20 minutes in, I realized a revolutionary answer. I put down my backpack and I started walking around in circles because keep in mind I had to complete the 7,000 steps per day. And meanwhile I was doing that, I thought about something very interesting that I did once. I used to get ideas from the past just by jumping on my trampoline and not focusing on the outside world, but focusing on my inner world, getting so relaxed to the point where ideas would just flow to me effortlessly. And so that was very interesting. And so for a moment, I just paused and I sat down onto a chair and I literally closed my eyes. I breathed deeply and then I finally was able to talk to him, the infinite source of energy in your finite body, the source of infinite when it comes to our finite third dimensional universe, the the one and only impersonal energy out there that can truly change your reality. If you just recognize that you're the god of your reality and you allow him to supply you with the infinite amount of energy, I was finally able to connect with him after such a long time of being so much, after being focused so much on the real world because I was recording so many videos for Timeless Readers Mindsets and for my clan as well for this YouTube channel. And so I was completely burnt out. And when I rediscovered this superpower, oh boy, everything changed for me. Immediately I was able to write down like 5 video ideas and 5 post ideas that I was gonna write about. And I was just over the moon. I literally achieved heaven and I was ascending to like a higher dimension. I call this the authentic reset. And it was the most overpowered thing that I could ever come up with. Well, I didn't invent it, of course. There's nothing new under the sun, of course. And so all I did was just give it my own label. Of course, it has an official name written somewhere that I'm not aware of right now. But for now, I'm just gonna call it the authentic reset. But if it has an authentic name, I mean, we can still call it like meditation, connection with the person that I'm about to talk to, or just anything. Doesn't matter. I'm gonna call it the authentic reset now what I because the reason why I call it that is because you literally just close your eyes and you forget about anything You stop being influenced by any kind of noise. So, for example, when you feel a cold breeze touch your left arm, you don't think that it is cold. You just view it as energy passing around you, just something impersonal that you won't let affect you. And so you just sit there in silence, in relaxation, just focusing on the inner world and on the ideas that come from it. And yeah, you connect with your authentic self. You connect back with all of your memories, and you quite literally reset all of the thoughts that you had around that time. You connect so much with your authentic self. And then you can take this a step further and you can connect with the infinite source of energy, with the highest form of consciousness that it is out there, the infinite intelligence, as some may call it. But since I am a Christian, I call it God, the Almighty. This is the only person they should ever, ever, ever come ad- come for advice to. He will never reject you. No matter how things may quote unquote become bad for you, no matter how no matter if everyone leaves you, no matter how many businesses crash for you, no matter if you fall into a coma and you lose all of your muscles and now you have to rebuild it over time, no matter how much you lose in this life, he will always come back to you. You see, the universe is the realm of effects of the mental world, meaning that every single thing that you see around yourself that is material, like for example, this table where I place my phone on, it is source of someone's imagination. Someone thought about this table, some kind of a designer, I don't even know where. And then eventually that thought became a vibration because, the guy started actively thinking about it more and more, and then he created like the design, the sketch, and then it became engraved. The idea of this table became engraved in his subconscious mind. Then it became a frequency, and every single frequency always attracts a desired reality. Or if you truly want a concrete example of this, let's take, for example, fear, right? We can perfectly see this with the example of Job from the Bible. Job was a very loyal servant of God. And bro literally had anything, if you want me to summarize it. He had all of the livestock he needed. He had a beautiful wife. He had like 12 children, I believe. I'm sorry if I got this wrong. But yeah, he had total abundance in his life. And he was just a regular old dude. And one thing that he was afraid of, keyword, afraid of, was that he was gonna lose it all. And that exactly happened. Because one day, Satan came to God, and they basically made a bet, saying that uh, no matter how much evil was Satan allowed to do to Job, God just won't interfere. And that's right. And everything happened. Everything disappeared in just a matter of seconds. His family got killed in a matter of seconds. He lost all of his livestock. Everything just went to shit in just a couple of seconds. And yet Job was just standing there and he said to himself, the one thing that I was so afraid of became a reality. And that's exactly what happens. Every single idea that you get, that you feel some kind of an emotional charge to, will become this frequency that will eventually bring you your desired reality. And this emotional charge, it is just not positive all the time. Like, for example, abundance, happiness, joy, love. It is also a negative, like fear, anger, disappointment. You understand what I'm trying to say. Every single idea must become a reality with enough emotional charge, of course, and with enough repetition from yourself. That's why you can lift 100 kilogram bench press, for example, because you visualized yourself over time hitting it and you became stronger for it. The point that I'm trying to make is that every single every single form of consciousness has a role in this world, right? All of us create the ideas that are around us. Like for example, the computer that you have. You desired it so much that in the end you got it. So we as conscious human beings, we basically channel energy around and we create our realities. But in the end, the one that who created all of us, even our consciousness, is God. Like, for example, even in the Bible, it says that God spent 6 days creating everything, and on the seventh one, he rested. He created everything, every single law that we abide by, whether it is polarity, gravity, electricity, whether it is duality, anything, for example. It can be genuinely anything. But think about it. He's an infinite source that is above all of these laws because he created them, right? When have you seen an owner be subjugated to the laws that he has created? So, with that logic, God doesn't have an opposite. He, the devil does not exist. It's just a label that we as third dimensional beings have given it. He's an impersonal energy that lies within us. That's why we as humans were able to evolve so much. Instead of the other animals, we have the superpower, the brain capacity to connect with him on such a deep level. And this is achieved by literally standing still and allowing yourself to go inward. By allowing yourself to not judge anything around you and just focus on what is inside of you and focus on this superpower. It is so easy and it brings you so much abundance in your life. All of the worries that you have disappear just like that. All of the mindsets that negatively affect you and that constantly bring you the feared realities that you don't desire, even though fear is one of the strongest attractors when it comes to manifestation. And so, yeah, you must level up your patience and your willpower because, oh boy, for this, you're truly gonna need it. And so, the way that you connect with him, with this infinite source, with this only person, well, I mean, it is a impersonal energy, but still, we can categorize it as some form of a consciousness. So, he's still a person, even though he's not, if that makes sense. He will never, he will never leave your side. Because keep in mind, polarity is just an illusion of our third dimensional realm. Because when we escape the third dimensional realm, and the minute we enter the fourth dimensional realm, you find out that everything is one. Time ceases to exist, and space as well, meaning that everything is one. God doesn't recognize morality in any kind of sense whatsoever, so He will never leave you by your side. No matter how much other people despise you, no, I don't care. He will always be by your side. And I know that may sound wrong, but that's just how it is. He will always forgive you because in the end, you are him when you think about it. You all consciousness is one in the fourth dimensional realm, and your subconscious mind. No, even your conscious mind, it surpasses our third dimensional realm and it goes into the fourth dimensional realm. That's why you're able to that's why you're able to connect with him on such a deeper level. And you do this with meditation, with good old meditation that always saves us, no matter what. And it is so easy that we can even do it right now if you want. No, not if you want. We need to do this right now. It will only take like 3 minutes, and if you cannot do fucking 3 minutes worth of meditation in your entire day with your headphones on, by the way, then you're a true bitch. Like, you're just not gonna make it, brother. Please. I know that as a strong, timeless reader out there, I know that you will achieve your desired reality. So please, grab your headphones and prepare for it, because it will only last like 3 minutes. And prepare one problem that you want to get solved. Just one, okay? So go find a quiet place where we can do this, okay? I'll pause the video if you want. Alright, now that you found your nice, quiet, and comfortable place, we can finally get to it. So start by closing your eyes and start breathing deeply. Focus on breathing in through your nose and breathing out from your mouth. Do this 5 times. Now feel every single energy that is flowing around you, every single noise, and stop judging it. Just observe it. Let it come into your mind, but don't label it. Don't judge it. Don't don't try to explain it to yourself in any capacity whatsoever. Just observe it and keep on breathing. All right. Now I want you to imagine yourself whenever you breathe in, to imagine breathing in positive energy that fills you up with abundance, with joy, love, happiness, security, and other of these positive feelings. And when you breathe out all of your insecurities, fear, trauma, awkward moments that happened to you in the past, sadness. You're accepting God's abundance that flows around in the universe right now. So keep on doing that, and I'll give you another 30 seconds. And continue breathing, please. All right. Now that you're truly focused, I want you to imagine a safe place, a safe scenario where that problem that you found out earlier that you want to get solved is waiting for you in a room. Imagine a specific scenario where you walk in on that problem and you finally see it solved. You find the best possible scenario that could have happened, and you feel the emotions, the identity that you feel at that time of being the person that finally achieved it. You finally feel the thoughts that you have at that time. The feeling of relief. You feel the feelings that you get. You feel the emotionally charged beliefs that you finally receive about yourself. You are worthy of abundance. You are worthy of love. You are worthy of friendship. You are worthy of all of the privilege in the world. You finally done it. Good job. I will leave you in this positive state for the next 30 or so seconds because it is not good to spend way too much time imagining this. Okay? Alright. You can open your eyes now. Now, the energy that you've been inhaling into yourself, the positive one, you need to channel that energy into anything with yourself. You need to carry it around in every single part of your everyday life. Just have it. And even those emotionally charged thoughts, the beliefs, the mindsets that you had, the thoughts, everything, the identity that you carried with yourself when you saw that problem getting solved, the feelings, the emotions that you felt. This is now your reality, and it will now slowly materialize in your world. You just need to wait for that. But what matters is that you finally became it. You know the answer because you connected with him. I only guided you there so that you can make it easier. But just normal meditation would have done the work. But yeah, this was just way easier. So you can come back to this whenever you want to. You can even put this into your watch later playlist because it truly works, and I've been personally following this for the past couple of weeks, and yeah, it It truly does wonders for you. It completely reshapes your mind, and it makes you connect with the infinite intelligence inside of you that gives you all of the answers whenever you need it, just effortlessly. Okay? So remember that this is the only impersonal slash personal energy that you can connect with, and that whenever you are needy for his attention, he will never, he will never get repulsed by you. Instead, he will accept you with open arms. Okay? If you want to learn about healthy mindsets that will guarantee success in the long term and in the short term by mending your mental health and bringing you on the right path, no matter what, no matter the life tests, no matter the goal, then I highly suggest that you should go check out Timeless Readers Mindsets in the description. It is truly something life changing, and you would be an absolute fool to miss out, especially with the discount that is happening over there right now. And with that being said, thank you very much for watching this video, and remember, no one is better at being you